I'll kick this off now then. So this is Kevin Grundy's monthly meeting. We're here, we share how Youngevity can help you, and also how, bear with me for a moment, and how the Aroma Share can be incorporated into your 90 for Life program. And so today we're treated, and we're delighted to have as two guests from our recent Youngevity 90 for Life conference over in San Diego. And so Tracy, our senior sales and marketing for Down Under, she attended on our behalf because we weren't there. And so she's got a few stories to tell us. And also Karen Chillman, one of our stars from the Gold Coast, she also found her way over to the conference. And so she's going to be sharing her story right at the end of this talk. And so, Tracy, I'll start to hand it over to you. So Tracy's been here for now a year. She has done her full term, so I think she's sort of embedded in now and getting into the groove. Certainly like where we're heading, and it's certainly going to be an exciting time to come, especially in the next couple of months. There's just so much happening with October the 12th, the Super Saturday, which I won't, Tracy, I'll let you talk about that. And then following that, we're going to have our virtual roadshow, which a few of you have heard me talk about over the last month. And again, we'll release more of that as it starts to be more developed. So Tracy, over to you. What's the international conference world like?
Thank you, Kevin. Well, first of all, before I get started, today is my official 1-year anniversary. And so it's exciting for me, but I was just looking at who all the participants are on this call, and I'm absolutely delighted that I actually could put a face to every one of you guys' names on here. You know, Barbara and Karen and Mary and Sally and Sam and, you know, Jack and all that. So it's really great to be able to, I think the only one that I can't put a face to the name is Inez. But I'm sure if I see you, I'm sure I'll recognize you. But this is what makes doing what I do so great, is getting connected to the people in the field. So that has been probably my #1 in the last 12 months of doing what I do and loving what I do, is getting to know and meet all of you guys. Going on to convention, it was great representing Australia Down Under. There was 22 of us, which I was really proud to have down there, and which we had our presence. And you know, when we got to say, they went around the room on different countries. Yes, you can well imagine that when they said Australia, New Zealand, we were the loudest ones in the room of 1,300 to cheer. And then everybody after us started cheering. So we were the leaders definitely in cheering and doing that Down Under thunder roar. So that was awesome. I guess for me, convention, there was 3 really defined parts. Is the fact that they had like an expo, you know, so every vertical was really well represented, like a fantastic big convention room filled with all the different verticals and the products and all their, you know, the brand and champions of each vertical there to showcase the products. That was really quite exciting. The second part is the breakout sessions. There was so many breakout sessions. I just wish there was at least 5 of me there, because there was like 5 breakout sessions going on every hour. And I think there was like 9 slots of breakout sessions. So there was defined breakout sessions on product, defined breakout sessions on the like health and nutrition, and obviously building your business and the different, and all of our superstars. So myself personally, they had me working at the actual expo. I got to look after the 90 for Life booth, and I got to draw the people in to share their testimony. So lo and behold, I'm already a professional on the 100% Better with You. So I was able to get people to do professionally filmed testimony. So that's the job I had there. But I did get to go to the onboarding program, which is really exciting for our new distributors, which we're going to launch on October 12th at our Super Saturday, and the loyalty program. And I know you guys are our loyalty customers. And you guys are just going to really love this, not only how it values you, but your own customers. And it's going to reward you up to $600 or $700 worth of cashback vouchers towards you and your business, just for doing your business and being on auto ship and bringing new customers. So it's really awesome that way. But the third one I got to go to was Doc Wallach. And as I was sharing with Kevin, and that just that alone, I didn't have to pay for my trip. However, had I been in the field like you guys, and I would just go and pay for that trip just to spend that 1 hour with him that I got. Even though he did more than 1 hour sessions, that's what I got out of it. But no matter what radio shows I've listened to, no matter what videos I've watched, there was nothing like being in the room with him, because that room is closed doors, no video. He gets to be uncensored, uncut, and raw. And we are all in this business because we believe in the Doc Wallach message, and to see him like that. And for those of you who have already seen him, I'm sure you guys all agree with me, but it was my first time. So I was like this schoolgirl, and it just really solidified I'm at the right place, the right company with the right people, for sure. So that was the huge highlight. But I just also wanted to brag about, then there's this third part of it, is the big general session. And that's where they launched new products and really recognized the people. But I was really, really super proud to see our very own Karen Chillman be recognized on stage. And I was up there like Mama Bear with her camera, so I can photograph her walking off the stage with her award for the Circle of Honor. And so I just wanted to say how much I was honored to see that be there. And to me, seeing our team be recognized on stage, I would say it'd be even higher than seeing Doc Wallach, as awesome as that was. Karen also was recognized within our Down Under group. Those that actually went to convention got recognized, and she was recognized as #3 in group volume sales out of all the leaders that were there. And again, like I said, there was over 22 of us, and she was 3rd. So I just wanted to say a big congratulations to Karen. Other than that, that's my conference convention highlight. The other three things I just wanted to showcase for you guys is diary dates, is that Super Saturday. That Super Saturday is going to be, so I guess if it's 11 o'clock my time, that's going to be 2 o'clock your time, 2 till 5. And we're going to do it in 3 segments. And how it's going to work is the first segment is going to be new products and the new holiday guide. The second segment is going to be the new programs, which is onboarding loyalty program, and the tools that are available to us with the Youngevity Go-To app. And the third part is the active leaders in the field that are making things happen and what they're really doing, the successful ones. And we'll have some very own guest speakers from America, actually from Mexico, and corporate as well. So it's going to be a jam-packed 3 hours. So I'm saying make sure you put it aside. Don't look for the recording. You want to be on this one because you're not going to be able to capture, you know, what we're going to be sharing on that. Then, as Kevin had shared, this is, you know, a really big pilot from him and I, is our virtual roadshow. We're going to do 4 over the month of November. And we're going to do 1 week a Monday, Wednesday, and a second week it'll be a Tuesday, Thursday. We're going to launch it on the 12th, the exact dates. But you'll be able to hold your own event, invite your customers, your guests, whoever you want. It's going to be really customer focused around the products and the people and the programs that they could take advantage of. But there's going to be some prizes and awards for it. But you can hold 4. You can hold 1 or you can hold 4, but we're just really encouraging a minimum of being able to hold 1 over that time frame. Again, it's to help motivate and inspire you in your business. And then other than that, I know every one of you on this call are on this call because you are committed to Youngevity and growing your business, and you guys are stars. And so whether you're reaching for the stars or ranking up, we are doing our leader summit in January. So it is like our pre-mini convention. And our pre-mini convention is going to be in Sydney. I know right now the flights are super cheap compared to, you know, what they normally are. So I would say the 17th to the 19th of January, we want to see you there. It's going to be a jam-packed weekend itself of our own very own mini convention. We're going to have somebody from corporate down as a guest speaker and somebody from the field from America as a guest speaker. And we're also going to have a social media expert in there. And it's going to be packed with loads of exciting things about growing your Youngevity business. So I would highly recommend, if you have 1 ounce a seed in there that you would love to go, all I'm saying is make the commitment and let's find a way to make it happen. Don't worry about the detail, because if you make the commitment, you're going to find a way. And the number one way to find a way is to join a team for the team challenge and get out there and start getting your new customers, get the free shipping, grow your business so you have the extra income so you can kickstart 2020 with 2020 vision. So Kevin, that was my quick 3 minutes, which probably was 6. So that's what I have to say for you guys tonight. I'm happy to be on the call. I came because I adore what Kevin is doing with you guys, and I love seeing the Aroma Share Girls. So, and I'll give you guys a little insight. Don't tell anybody I told you, but the Aroma Share Club pack is going to be one of the double deals at the end of the month. So please keep that to your guys under your belt. But we're going to have the Aroma essential oils as our featured products of the month. So we know we have the best team right here with the Crusaders to share. So let's give it to the girl, give it to Kevin and the girls. I'm excited to be here. Thank you.
Oh, that's awesome. So yes, thank you, Tracy. I appreciate that. And I'm a bit disappointed that I didn't get to a conference this year. Was trying to get there, but commitments back home has stopped me. But I have purchased my tickets for next year. I am committed now to be there next year. I hope other people have taken the opportunity, that cheap deal, because I think it was a very, very good deal. I'm looking forward to next year. And so now I'm going to just roll over to my talk. So let me share my screen. Okay, so again, thanks for coming today. My name is Kevin Grundy, member of the New Zealand Association of Medical Herbalists. I specialise in herbal Western medicine. I'm a Youngevity 3-star, and I'm an independent distributor, which means that I work for myself. I don't have a boss to tell me what time to start and what time to finish, or other than Sally, of course. But love the independence. So today's talk is about celebrating back to school and how Youngevity, 90 for life, comes together with school products. And we're bringing it together finally at the end with the Youngevity essential oils. So every month, Youngevity have a feature oil. Last month we celebrated Harmony. So this month we're celebrating back to school. Technically, we should be doing this next month when our crew go back to school, but because we elected to do this a month behind, to give you guys a chance to get to know the oils, it's put us slightly out of sequence. But nevertheless, the kids are just about to go on holiday over here in New Zealand, so in 2 weeks' time, they are back to school, and so it does fit. And so celebrating back to school, they're going to talk about the sesame seed, that's the carry oil, the bay laurel essential oil, and the marjoram essential oil. But first of all today, we want to just get back into the health. We're talking about children's health today. And so when it comes to all health, it doesn't matter whether you're a baby, a child, a teenager, or an adult, you need to so 3 steps to better health. So we identify our category, we use the appropriate pack and dose. Remember, dose is so important. So when it comes to a child, remember, it's about the dose. It's not about the pack. It's about how much does that child weigh. And if a rule of thumb is 50 kgs per dose, if a child is 25 kgs, well, that's just half a dose. Or if the child is 12.5 kgs, that's a quarter of a dose. And so that's maintenance dose for that child, just like it would be for any other person who weighs 50 kgs who would take a whole dose, or somebody who's 100 kgs who will take 2 doses. We dose according to size, okay? And the only other obstacle we have with children is taste and palate. They're very fussy, so we've got to work with that at the same time. And so we've also got to work with the 5 secrets, the 5 E's that we've got to work with the child. We've got to teach them to eat better. We've got to get them out there and get them to eliminate all the bad things in their life. We've got to get them to exercise. We've got to get them to sleep better, and we've got to get them to support their systems better. These 3 steps, if we just start to work on these, it doesn't matter whether an adult or a child, it's the same formula, okay? We start to see good progress in recovery. So again, what do? We identify the category. So we fill this form out. It doesn't matter the age. Again, we just fill this form out. We create a value 1 to 10, 10 being the most severe, 5 sort of, it's not too bad, I live with it. So we create a value system, and I use 1 to 10 because it's easier to work at a bigger scale than as a smaller scale, because sometimes people just feel that a little bit better or just a little bit worse, and a small scale doesn't sort of cater for it. So we use a good scale. Then we identify the right category for the right challenge: hard tissue, soft tissue, blood sugars, digestion, as you know. And we follow the same rules here, just the same as we do with adults. We'll work the digestion. We always start with digestion and work to the challenge the child has. Okay, in many cases, most of the challenges will be based around digestion. Digestion leading to blood sugar problems, digestion leading to soft sugar problems or soft tissue problems. So we identify and we work with. So we identify the category, we use the right category and the right product for these categories. Blood sugar, again, blood sugar pack, and we go with the digestion pack. So you see where I'm going with this? This is the same as I would be doing with my adults. The only difference is we're dosing to size. Okay, likewise with us, it's so important today. Children today are introduced to bad foods at a much younger age than they were through our generation and our parents' generation. And so they're starting to see these nasty processed foods have an earlier effect on their body. So we need to start eliminating early in life. We've got to get rid of these wheat, barley, rye, oats. That's the gluten. We've got to get rid of that bad oil. That's the fish and chips, the fried foods, those nitrates. If there's anything out of here, as well as the gluten, if there's anything extra, it's the nitrates. Start giving meats without nitrates. If your butcher doesn't produce meats without nitrates, request nitrate free. And if they don't give you nitrate free, please find a butcher that do. They're there. It's a new market and everybody's growing in a new market. We go nitrate free, and we've got to help this with our children. We give luncheon sausage, we give ham, pressed ham, cold ham. We give all the processed meats under the sun, goes onto the child's sandwich. And that's where it all starts to fall over. You're giving them a chemical in their food that breaks down our gut lining. It disrupts our bugs. It kills our bugs. And so with this disruption going on, you're always going to have problems with our young ones. Get baked potatoes, carbonated drinks, soya, coin. You know the story, you know the drill. So 90 for life, plus back to school with Youngevity. So where do we go? Where do we start? People say, what do you give children? Well, the most common sense one, what we give children, is the Healthy Start Pack. Of course, that's what we give them. And we give it to them based on their weight. So a Healthy Start Pack on a child for maintenance is going to last 2 months, if not 3 months. So it's good value for money. Where else can we go? Well, Dr. Wallach talks minerals. Everything's minerals, minerals, minerals. When you look, all his old packs, all of his old health packs, they had lots of bottles of minerals. And today, we have a lovely flavored mineral called Strawberry Kiwi Mints. And it's a beautiful flavor. Kids love it. It's a cheap cordial. It's a dirt cheap cordial. $35, whatever it is, for a litre bottle that makes 30 litres, not 35, it makes 15 litres. You know, that's a good deal. And Doc, he keeps stressing to us, encourages us, more minerals. Minerals is the missing link out of people's diet. Remember, it makes up 60 of those 90 essential nutrients. So by default, you should be giving your child these minerals, either the strawberry minerals or the plain minerals or the rainforest, okay? And so this is where all our children should be on from day one. Then they produce a product called Kids Toddy. Kids Toddy is a good replacement. Then we have Kids Sprinkles. That's a powdered supplement. We'll talk about the seasonal immune pack. We'll talk about rebound. And we're going to talk about root beer belly. Yay, these are all products that we would encourage our children to have. So remember, we start with that 90 essential nutrients. In order for children's bodies to function optimally, we need to consume the correct amount of 90 essential nutrients each day and every day for the rest of their lives, just like they have to have vegetables and fruit and water for the rest of their lives. Okay, they live in a modern world. If they don't want to do this, then go back to the farm and live off the farm. You've got a choice, but you haven't got a choice because we live in a modern society and we live around cities and suburbs, so we need to give supplementing a go. So we start with a healthy start pack. Why? Why the healthy start pack? Because it is 60 minerals, 16 vitamins, 12 amino acids, and 2 to 3 essential fatty acids. That's what we need to give our child. Okay, it's not going to work for everybody's budget, and of course, it's not going to work for everybody's palate. And compliance is always the number one here. And so this is where the strawberry mints comes in. It works for people's budget. It's dirt cheap, comes from the dirt. With today's hectic schedules, parents want to make sure that their children are getting the nutrients they need for strength and growing and optimum and thinking and just all that development. And the strawberry minerals provides those 77 minerals. 77, that's 60 of the essential nutrients, okay? And they're in that colloidal form, and it's a great flavor for the kids to enjoy. It features the plant-derived minerals. So those are the minerals from Utah. This is our real core minerals, the base product of, or the core product of 90 for Life. And of course, it's, this advanced mineral liquid supplement supplies for every family. It's an essential foundation for good health, for supporting all of those missing nutrients. Then we have the Kids Toddy. It's a proprietary blend of minerals again, and it's for children who don't like the Beyond Tangy Tangerine. Again, it's got a good array of nutrients, so it helps with that bone and tissue development. And because children between the ages of 2 and 14 develop rapidly. We know this, we see them grow, because when you go around to your friend's place in 6 months and you go, wow, watch their children grow. They grow fast. So we need to support this growth. And of course, the Kids Toddy provides your child with this growth, with these nutrients to support this growth. And it contains no yeast, contains no dairy, no wheat, no soy, which means no gluten, no starch or artificial flavors. And so it's developed for kids. The sweetness, there is a sweetener in it, stevia, and you just sweeten to taste. And if you find it too sweet, add more water. Okay? If it's not sweet enough, then make it stronger. And of course, it's that outrageous, they call it outrageous orange. And of course, you can mix it with other things. Then we have the kids sprinkles, the watermelon mist. These are a crystal, very similar to the Beyond Tangy Tangerine. And you tear the little pack open. It's the size of an adult's thumb. And you just pour it on the tip of your tongue. And it's like one of those sweet and sour lollies without the sugar. And the sweetness comes again from stevia. And it's just a really great way of getting some nutrients into children where they can enjoy it. I actually have to hide my packs when our kids, our nephews and nieces come around. They just go looking for it. They love it. They just love the flavor, and it's so good for them. So it ensures that they get all the right nutrients they need every day for that development. Okay, again, gluten-free, dairy-free, sugar-free, and fat-free. We can't go past the seasonal immune pack for children. You know, it is what it is. It's not an adult product. It's there designed to support human life in time of need. And so time of need when they may have a virus, a flu, or they're feeling down, okay, because they've, the school stuff what happens. So the season immune pack is just a really good support when they're hitting that rock bottom and that runny nose. Okay, so during periods when virus and bacteria are easy transmitted, You know, it's going to support the immune system. So it includes individual packs. And individual packs is 30 individual packs. They have a zinc, an immune 911, which is again a very good immune boosting product. It's got the beta 500 in it. Extra doses of vitamin C, and of course the brilliant killer biotic, which everybody should have in their cabinet, their medicine cabinet. It is the best medicine for natural healing. So a seasonal immune, I think it should be in everybody's medicine cabinet. Let's try and get most of these kids off these Red Bulls and all this high sugar, high caffeine energy drink. All it's doing is making a mess out of them. It's destroying their teeth. It gives them an artificial high, an artificial energy boost that gives them a big crunch. You know, Rebound is this great replacement. It's designed for sports people, anybody who sweats, workers, construction workers. So for the young, when they're out doing sports and that. And so we need to keep their system hydrated. When you sweat out a porridge of nutrients. It's just a massive soup of nutrients, lots of different types of salts. Well, they've got to be put back in. And so Rebound does that. So Rebound supplies a good herbal mix, a mineral mix, an antioxidant mix. It's endorsed by Theo Ratliff. He was one of the NBA basketball stars, still is. He now is a promoter for NBA. I had the privilege of meeting Theo a couple of years ago at the Dallas, I think it was the Dallas convention 2 years ago. He was there with the Youngevity group. Really nice guy, super tall. And yeah, his story about the Rebound and the Youngevity and the CM cream is an unbelievable story. And if you have any sports people, he's a great ambassador for Youngevity. So the benefits of the Rebound: it promotes healthy exercise, promotes good well-being, good cardio, good immune, helps boost that energy level. A great replacement. And one I'm not covering today, I'll just quickly go over with you, is the ACT Energy. The ACT Energy is a really good replacement for the V's and the Red Bull. There is no added caffeine. There is caffeine in it, but the caffeine comes from green tea. And we all know the benefits of green tea. So our ACT Energy is all about healing, and the energy is boosted through a cellular level, not a caffeine boost. So it's a really another good one to give your children, and that's called ACT Energy. Finally, just wrapping mine up now, the root beer belly is a really good probiotic. Today with children with their fingers in their mouths and eating rubbish foods and that, their digestion system is always compromised. And so it's really good to keep them on a regular dose of a good probiotic. And a good friendly one the kids will love is the root beer belly. It's the root beer flavored. Again, it's like the watermelon sprinkles. It's that really nice crystal, same as the VTT. It carries 5 of the most common bacteria, and it just helps bridge the gap so the body can catch up again. So the microscopically encapsulated, so they're designed to help get through that gut and into the duodenum, into intestines where it's needed. Just a really great, friendly product. Kids love it. It's a great flavor, and yeah, great way of getting some probiotics. Okay, so now we reach to the oil side of our talk. We're going to talk about the Youngevity essential oils, because as I said, we cover these every month. So today we're going to have a talk from our YGY Down-Under Aroma Therapy girls, and that's our lovely Sally and our lovely Karen and our lovely Sam. So as I said, Karen's going to talk at the end today and just do a bit of a wrap up of how she felt the conference in the USA went, especially because Karen was lucky to go and see Leanne King. Sally, I will just take shows, so she's going to share a little bit about screen that. Off. Are you going
to? Good evening. I have come tonight to I'm talking about 2 oils tonight. So first I'm talking about sesame seed oil, and then I'll be talking about bay laurel. So, and then the lovely Sam is going to chat, and then we'll have Karen. So first up is sesame seed oil. And as you probably noticed, each month we've had a new carrier oil, and Leanne believes that these are just as important as our essential oils because of the nutrients that they contain. They can be absorbed through our skin. So don't forget that our skin is just as important for absorbing things as our digestive system. Sesame seed oil is cold pressed from sesame seeds and mainly grown in Africa and India. A lot is used in Ayurvedic medicine, which is an Indian herbal medicine. That it's high in vitamin E, K, copper, and calcium, which makes it great for bone density, heart health, anxiety, depression, infant health, and our digestive process. Popular uses for it include hair care. Being high in copper, sesame seed oil helps with hair loss and retaining your original hair colour, i.e. helps stop it turning grey. It is highly antibacterial as well, so it can help if you have scalp conditions. So things like if you're wanting to help the growth and condition of your hair, mix rosemary essential oil or birch or cypress and with sesame seed oil to heighten those effects. Also for scalp issues, Leanne's recommended Comfort Touch or Copaiba Plus. These will help if you've got things like dandruff. It's also great for blood sugar issues. There was some research done, not by Youngevity, by some scientists back in 2006, and they found that taking sesame seed oil internally helped to manage plasma glucose levels, especially in hypertensive diabetic adults. It was also helpful in lowering blood pressure. So to accentuate this, try adding things like sweet soothe, which is a blend for blood sugars, cinnamon, coriander, fennel or dill, and mix 1 or 2 of those into your sesame seed oil and rub it over your pancreas. You could probably do that a couple of times a day, and ideally probably before food. It's also great for your skin because it's high in zinc and vitamin E. So it's great for increasing elasticity, smoothness, and reducing oxidative stress like sun damage, age spots, and premature aging. It also has a natural UV protection to it. So you could also use it as a sunscreen. You just add in something like your carrot seed essential oil with maybe Comfort Touch or Copaiba Plus, and this would be awesome. And you don't have to worry about the carcinogenic aspects of sunscreen because a lot of them out there are not good for us. Anti-aging, sesame seed oil is fantastic for anti-aging, especially when it's coupled with some of our anti-aging essential oils like ylang-ylang, rose, sandalwood, niaouli, palmarosa, rose geranium, lavender and frankincense blend, Copaiba Plus, Comfort Touch. We've got a lot of essential oils that are anti-aging. Coupled also, it's great for problems with antifungal or fungal problems. So that may be in the genitals or foot area. So recommended that you maybe mix, so if you've got a scalp problem that may be fungal, try adding palmarosa to it and rub it into the scalp with your sesame seed oil, or on your feet or on your toes, maybe athlete's foot. You could try using the blend oregano and lavender mixed with sesame seed oil. And also, sometimes you can get thrush in the mouth, and you can take tea tree essential oil, put 1 drop on your finger and rub it around the inside of your mouth. That will also help with candida or thrush in the mouth. Another great aspect with sesame seed oil is that it's cholesterol lowering. It's got 2 main constituents in it that have been isolated and found to help lower cholesterol and aid with the protection for heart attack or stroke. Essential oils benefit for heart health that you could add to this and apply a couple of times a day would be marjoram, ylang-ylang. We've also got your all heart blend and lavender. Bone quality and strength, sesame seed oil is high in copper and calcium. So this is specific for helping quality and strength of your bones from newborns to elderly. For elderly, it's recommended maybe you couple it with birch, but there's a caution with birch that because it's equivalent, 10 drops is equivalent to 21 aspirin. So it's quite a potent anticoagulant, so or blood thinner. So don't mix the two. But other than that, it also does help with strengthening bones. Another one you can add to that is cypress, especially if your circulation isn't so good. It's quite specific if you have varicose veins and bone problems, then you definitely want to add cypress. Another great quality that sesame seed oil has is that it has tyrosine, which is also connected to the production of serotonin, so it can help to boost your mood. Also, it's been used for oral health. It will help to lower dental plaque. If you've tried, one way of using it is oil pulling, where you take about 2 teaspoons of sesame seed oil and put in a drop of Youngevity's Big Smile. So Big Smile is what Youngevity have made in place of or with your toothpaste, and it just gives a deep clean, i.e. antibacterial and microbial. So if you add that to your sesame seed oil, just 1 drop, and you mix it around your mouth and you pull it in and out through your teeth. Do it for about 2 minutes, and then it's recommended that you spit it somewhere, ideally in the trash, because sesame seed oil can block your drains. Other studies that have been done have found that the sesamin and the sesamol, the other 2 constituents in sesame seed oil, are also anti-carcinogenic, and they found that it was particularly helpful with bowel cancer. It also helps specifically with gout and any swelling of joints, especially with when mixed with essential oils, physical care, relief, carrot seed, juniper berry, bay laurel, basil, ginger, cypress, birch, any of these. There's a lot that are anti-inflammatory and that will also help with things like gout and swelling of the joints. So there's actually quite a few more. And it's great because it's high in copper, and this copper also helps with this anti-inflammatory aspect. Another thing that the sesamol qualities has is it's also hugely antioxidant. So it can help reduce the negative effects of radiation treatments. It's recommended that you massage the sesame seed oil on before and after treatments. And last but not least, infant growth. So Leanne highly recommends massaging with babies, and doing this, maybe add our lavender chamomile blend to it, and that will help with boosting growth and nourishing bones and muscles and immunity. So that's my talk on sesame seed oil. There's so much you can do, and it is great to nourish yourself from the outside in as well. It's just another way that we can use our oils. So the other oil I have to talk about is bay laurel. Now there's a caution with bay laurel that you shouldn't use it when pregnant. So keep that in mind, and it's not to be mixed up with bay leaf. Bay leaf is quite different, and it's high in eugenol, which you'll find in things like clove. So quite different in flavour, and whereas bay laurel is high in eucalyptol. Bay laurel is an oil that is widely used for skin issues ranging from ulcerations, acne, dandruff, hair loss, nerve-related pain to boils, and even malaria. The first go-to oil for the lymphatic system stimulation. Some of the emotional struggles of everyday life, such as a lack of self-esteem and monthly female-related needs, are addressed with this oil. Bay laurel is one of Leanne's favourite oils for people with blue eyes. So generally, she uses it in her iridology sessions. And generally speaking, people with blue eyes are seen to have a weakness to do with eliminating through their lymphatic system. So if you, and the idea is if you get the lymphatic system working better, then this will extend to other problems in your body. Even if it seems that it's not related to your main problem, it will still strengthen your ability to overcome it. So it shines in lymphatic and mucus drainage. It works best when used with a natural fiber brush, dry brushing, usually done before a shower. So you take a little bit of a carrier oil, say sesame seed oil works well, and then put a drop of the bay laurel on your hand, and then massage the brush into it. And you start from your feet and you work up in circular motions. And the idea is that you work your circulation towards your heart, and this helps get your lymphatic moving. And then afterwards, have a hot shower. Bay laurel is also great for skin issues like acne, and so you can do the same thing, but you'd use a separate face brush where you'd go in a circular motion just around the face, and then wash with a warm flannel afterwards. It works well relieving mucus in the respiratory system as well, especially if you blend it with pine and eucalyptus. So I thought I'd put the properties in as well of bay laurel because it's so broad, and this sort of shows it. So the properties of bay laurel are antibacterial, which means it'll destroy or inhibit the growth of destructive bacteria. It's antifungal, which means it prevents the growth of fungi. It's anti-rheumatic, so it will relieve rheumatism. Diaphoretic, which means to promote or increase perspiration. Digestive, so it aids and balances the digestion. It's diuretic, which increases urine production and rids the excess fluid. It's an emmenagogue, which regulates menstruation. It's hypotensive, so it lowers high blood pressure. It's lymphatic. It aids in the waste management and a decongestant for the lymph system. It's sedative, so it tranquilizes activity of a body part, especially if it's overactive. And its key body systems are your respiratory, your lymphatic, your skeletal, your digestive, muscular, skin and immune. And this is why Kent, Leanne's husband, says if you're unsure of what oil to use, then give bay laurel a go, as it helps in so many different systems. It's guaranteed to help with something. So that's my bay laurel. Next, I'll put you on to Sam. Hello, Sam. She is going to talk to us about marjoram.
Alrighty. Okay, I'm talking on marjoram tonight. It's marjoram sweet. And it's an underappreciated oil. It's got 23 uses, but I'm not going to go into that tonight. So I'll just give you a few. It's famous for reducing pain. And that's from all different causes, but mostly it's related to muscle. The diaphragm, which causes coughing, is a muscle. Our throat is a muscle. Our intestines are a type of muscle. And even our arteries and veins are made up of a type of muscle tissue, and also our stomach. So all of these types of muscles in our body can benefit from the pain relieving benefits, and this usually affects the muscles. So if you've got a cold or the flu, that achy feeling all over, and from overexerting yourself, or you've been working really crazy hours, or you've had a headache, or you've got a toothache, or you've been treated for arthritis or rheumatism, any of these things now, and I can hear you saying, but arthritis and rheumatism are not a muscle-related problem. The thing with it being related to the muscles, that the muscles get inflamed. And so marjoram has a fantastic pain-relieving analgesic properties. Now, marjoram can also calm down any kind of spasm in any of these muscle groups, whether it's the respiratory system, digestive system, the muscles in your body. It will help calm down any kind of muscle spasms. Like when you get, the Americans call it Charlie horse, and we call it muscle cramp. So, you know, in the middle of the night when you get muscle cramp and you wake up and you're just jumping around, well, having a little smell of marjoram will help. And just taking a little bit of a drop of oil, your sesame oil, and your marjoram, and rubbing it in your hand and just rubbing it over that area will relieve that muscle spasm. Marjoram has an antifungal, antibacterial, antifungal properties, and it's fantastic if you put it in a mister and you spray it for disinfecting. If you've got athlete's foot, you can spray it over your feet. And if you're, you know, you've got a sick bay or, you know, people sick in the house, you want to walk around and spray the door handles. So to give it that antiseptic feeling when, you know, so that you don't catch whatever they've got. Also during cold and flu season, marjoram can be effective in a diffuser, so it kills germs in the air. And remember, marjoram is the herb of happiness, so it has a double benefit, and it helps lift the mood, and it has that, it kills germs at the same time. Now the arteries are a muscle, and marjoram is known to open them up and increase better blood flow. So, and it also does it in our brain, because it's, the blood circulates in the brain, and so you want proper circulation. So many times a headache occurs due to, and this is what Leanne talked about, when you get a headache, it occurs due to the constricting of the blood vessels. So using marjoram, lavender, or peppermint. Now I wouldn't recommend this if you suffer from high blood pressure using peppermint, but I would say use marjoram and lavender. You could put it in a 10 ml bottle. This is my bottle of marjoram, and you would give it a bit of a pump, take it off, and you would actually use this and just take it around the hairline and rub it in. It's so good, smells good, yes. And what that does is helps relieve the headache and helps the blood flow and the circulation. So yes, get back to my notes. So the blood vessels. So you'd use marjoram, lavender, and you use it with your sesame seed oil. You do 1 drop of sesame seed, 1 drop of marjoram, and put in your hand, rub it into, if you haven't got a roller bottle, rub it into your hand, rub it around your temples, and then smell it through your nose. She has talked about breathing in 3 times and then breathing in through the mouth 3 times. And that just gives, it's that giving you a real good hit of marjoram. If you're feeling very stressed and you've got a headache, it really helps alleviate pain. Now, marjoram has a warming effect, and it also increases the blood flow, and that combination acts as an expectorant, which helps with coughs and removes excess phlegm. And at the same time, we talked about analgesic properties. It can help with pain associated with those. And another benefit of marjoram, promotes sweating. Now, who likes to sweat? Not most girls. Would you not agree? None of us want to sweat, but sweating removes excess sodium and toxins out of our body. And a little known fact, which I never knew this, urine is 4% fat, and marjoram is a diuretic, and so it increases the urinary flow besides sweating. So it's a twofold. You sweat and you go to the toilet. So drink lots of water. Sweating is also beneficial for people that run maybe a dry fever. Sometimes you're really hot, but you're not sweating. So it helps to, because your temperature just goes up. So using marjoram is a great way of helping you with your fever. It doesn't get rid of it, but we want it to kill the infection, and the sweating helps it not to be so dangerous. I could just talk all night about marjoram, but it's getting late. And what I would want to talk about is just that supplemented, you get these little cards that come with your oils. And on the marjoram suite, it says supplement with healthy body start pack, glucogel, rebound, ultimate glucogel, ultimate EFA, the selenium, and on the go ultimate cardio. So that's great to go with your marjoram oil. And so one other little recipe, my Robert loves to snore. Now he says I do, but I say that he does. And sweet marjoram, you could mix it in a little jar with your Dead Sea salts and put 5 to 10 drops of your marjoram in there. Close it up, give it a shake, and 15 minutes before you go to bed, pop it open, leave it open, and then put the lid on before you go to sleep, and hopefully Robert won't snore. So I'd like to thank you for your time, and I'm going to pass back to Karen, and she can tell us all about her trip to USA and to conference. Over to you, Karen.
Oh, thank you. That just, I don't know if it's perfect timing or not, but I've just walked in the door. So following on from Tracy's nice words, thank you, Tracy, is the awards this year are fabulous. Even the 1 stars and the 2 stars and the 3 stars all got glass stars. And like last time, we just got a badge and a certificate, but this is the best. It's really heavy. I got pulled up twice in America going through customs. I got pulled over because they wanted to know what I had in my bag, and it was this. So I got searched because of this. So I was really impressed this year with the awards that they gave out. But yes, but Leanne King was fabulous. I listened in on her aromatherapy talk to do with the iridology. And she went through how there's two different types of eyes, blue and brown. But anyway, she was really fabulous to listen to, mixing the aromatherapy with the iridology, and you know what's best for blue eyes and brown eyes. She was just fabulous, and I don't know if we're supposed to say, but you know she's coming to Australia and New Zealand next year, and going to be doing the iridology and the, what's the other one? Oh. I wasn't sure as to say anything or not, but anyway, but as it gets closer, we'll find out more. But she was fabulous, and I even had my eyes done by Leanne, so she did my eyes and did a iridology for me, and yeah, so she told me, you know, picked up on things of me and Cheryl, and she was very, very good. So so anyway, it was a fantastic time, and we've only just a minute walked in the door from being over there. So is it enough? Can you hear me? Over to you now, Kevin.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah, guys, it's getting a bit late. I better
yeah,
go on over to you. Is that what you wanted me to say?
Very much so. So you've been there before. So other than the your trophy, what was the other differences with the? Because every time I go there, it just seems to get better and better and better. You know. So what was the different highlights this year compared to last year?
Oh, Dr. James Rouse. Dr. Rouse.
And why is that?
He was fabulous. Yeah, wasn't he, Tracy? He had everybody going. But anyway, the whole thing was just good. Meeting Dr. Wallet, Peter Glidden, Ben Fuchs, Joanne Conway, meeting them all, and James Rouse. And the core, everybody was able to walk through and see all the different products. We had tastings and buying products, and the new products that came out, we were able to buy some and bring them home. Yeah, it was just fabulous. Yeah. So.
And do you have your tickets for 2020?
And I bought my tickets. I bought my tickets for next year. Yes.
Oh, awesome! Awesome.
And so it's one of my team members.
One of your team members as well. Awesome.
Yeah.
And there's a few people on this call as well. I think are more than capable of being there next year. I think it's a great goal. So get your early bird tickets while you can. It's great opportunity to get in and rub shoulders with Dr. Wallach and stuff like that.
Yes, yeah. So that's that.
Okay, yeah. So I just want to finish off now, just regarding the osteo. So with the osteo, now that we've lost the liquid, potentially up till Christmas, and hopefully not further than Christmas. I'd hate to see it beyond that, but the powdered osteo, beyond osteo, is equally as good, if not better, in my view, because it has slightly more vitamin D3 in it. People just have issues with the taste. People have a lot of issues with the liquid taste as well, each to their own. I personally don't like the liquid. I much prefer the powder. But there was a period there where I didn't like either of them. So I started playing around with different types of flavors. And so now I use the powder and I squeeze some lemon in it. I squeeze some Tangelo. Over here it's citrus season, and so we can squeeze some citrus, and it just changes it. It just takes away that pina colada, that coconutty, and just gives it a different flavor. You can also add black currant. If you've got a nice good black currant you have. You can add some cacao to it. And so there are many other options you can go with the powder. All you need to do is just get a shaker, and you can get those from the supermarket. They're a dime a dozen. Get yourself a good shaker. It's a great option for replacement for the liquid. Okay, so trying to encourage people to go to the liquid, because I know we've got other liquids coming available, we've got other calciums, but there is nothing as good as the Beyond Osteo. So if you can keep them on the Beyond Osteo, you're going to do them a world of good. Okay, so thank you so much for listening to us tonight. I'm going to sign off and open the microphone to any questions. Does anybody have any questions? Put your hand up and I will switch you on. Unmute all. Tracy, you're unmuted. Jackie, you're unmuted.
What's that?
Can I ask Karen, what was her highlight of conference?
The breakouts. The breakouts.
Anyone in particular?
Do I have to say it again? James Rouse. No, James, listen to Peter Glidden and Leanne. Yeah.
Why James Rouse? What was it about him? Was it the hemp?
No, just learning about his products, and because he was just lovely to look at. But no, he's just his energy and what he has to teach. You know, it wasn't just about his products. It was just about he's teaching us how to be, you know, to love ourselves, and yeah. But Peter Glidden, as usual, is always my highlight as well.
Very good, very good.
Thank you.
Okay, any more questions out there?
Well, I just wanted to say quickly, that was really great and awesome, and I hope I could possibly share this video to Youngevity Down-Under if I get permission. But what I wanted to share was Dr. Glidden, we got to have a private personal conversation and letting him know he is, you know, obviously besides Dr. Wallach, that we would love to bring him down under, and he said that he would come, provided that we could get 100 people committed to his subscription. So I'm saying as of the October 12th, I'm going to be really start pumping and promoting that if you don't have a subscription, you know, to be getting a subscription. So if we could get our 100, we can get him down here for our for August next year. So that's going to be all about us. So he said he'd come. So, but he said 100 subscriptions, and I thought, well, that sounds very doable. because there's I think 11 of us in our Go 5-star team. So that means if each team got 9 people subscribing, new subscribers, he'd come down for us. So I think it's very doable.
There you go.
Yeah.
Something to work towards anyway. I think it's a great challenge, a great goal. Peter Glidden's always wanted to come down. I've had many yarns with Peter over the years. Unfortunately, he's not part of corporate. And
yeah,
Peter Glidden,
he doesn't get paid, so that's what his thing was.
Correct. And Peter Glidden doesn't have a Youngevity downline. And so Peter Glidden's only income comes from his subscriptions. So we have an agreement, if we can just promote his prescriptions, he will get some income, so it becomes a win-win, and he will look after us. So it's something to think about.
Yeah, thank you. And I'm going to buy some sesame oil and sweet margarine.
Brilliant. Okay, and hopefully now that we've got this little momentum happening, Tracy, we can start to see more happening behind the scenes with the Aroma Share.
Yes, that's the goal, and that's well, since we started our time to try in July, we're taking each month a vertical that we're really showcasing. So October is our essential oil showcase. So every single order that goes out of the office, I think starting by this, like if it hasn't started, it'll be the next day or two, is going to get a flyer featuring 3 essential oils on one side, and on the back of it, it's going to feature the Results Now pack. And so it's just, again, a part of the whole Time to Try campaign that we're doing. So over the next 4 weeks, we will have 5 to 10 winners that will also get one try this month. And as I the last week of the month, double deals will be the Aroma Share.
Brilliant. Everybody get out there and start sponsoring. Get your groups organised. Leanne.
Team challenge.
Get out there, and Leanne, I want to see your team way down below. Your people, Barbara, Mary, you've got a good group. Let's see your team out there again. It's not about winning this competition. It's just about being involved and having a lot of fun. They give a lot of prizes away just to be involved. So let's just have a lot of fun, use it to build our business, use it to help other people with health challenges. Let's just use it and grow. Okay, so until next month, I'm signing off. Thank you so much. It's been awesome talking, chatting. Any questions, please send us an email to WhatsApp. Okay, love you heaps. Bye for now.
Great job. Thank you, Kevin.
Bye.